So it's been a long time. So just to refresh briefly, your characters are a bunch of criminals who were sentenced to exile and labor for 1 year's time.
Criminals.
Convicted criminals.
Allegedly.
I didn't see your trial.
Yeah. So you've been sentenced to this year of hard labor and exile, and if you survive the year, you will be your sentence will be commuted. Otherwise, your sentence was death. It's a good deal in that way. So
yeah, it feels pretty good that way.
You've been taken from various parts of the Empire. You were all dragged far away from home, except Oris, who was only dragged moderately far from home. Brought through this little tiny village next to a river in the mountains called Amonlee, across a cable ferry, where you were finally shown what was going on and received a short speech from the Imperial Marshal who'd brought you out there. And his point was basically you were supposed to break up into groups of 4. He had 5 sites picked out in the forest. You're supposed to go out into the forest and gather pixie tears, a magical flower of unknown use. Unless you're Oris, then you know what it's for. He's not telling. And I think you're supposed to acquire a dozen of them every month. So 13 dozen. I think there's 13 months. In addition, you're supposed to acquire a large tree each, a heartwood tree. You're supposed to get these things and deliver them to a box next to the cable ferry, and you run up a flag, and then the villager's going to come over and take it, tally it, record it all. And when the marshal gets back next year, he'll decide whether you go free or what happens to you.
Sorry, was it a tree a month as well? Like 12, like a dozen flowers in one tree per month?
Yeah, let me just double check that. Okay. 1 dozen pixie tears per month. 15 dozen, there's 15 months.
It's just getting worse all the time.
1 heart tree. No, just 1 heart tree each.
Yeah, each.
Over the whole year, yeah.
And each person, does each group need to deliver 12, a dozen flowers a month, or is it each individual?
Each individual. So that was your mission. You were guided up along the river for a couple of days' travel, along with your local guards and your guide. And there was some minor shenanigans. Let's see. Razius stole a tinder and flint, I think.
Yep.
And then you ultimately arrived at your quote-unquote new home in the woods, where they picked out your campsite, and the guide was in a big hurry to leave, so he convinced the guards they had to get out of there, and they took off really quickly and left you guys alone. On their way out, Oris convinced the guard to give him a dagger, using his station. And like, come on, I'm a lord. Come on, if I get out of here, I'll make it worth your while. And he's like, yeah, all right, sure, I'll risk it. And so those are the 2 pieces of useful equipment you have from the real world is flint and a dagger.
Sorry, one more question. The monthly quota, if we don't meet it, does that time not count as time served, or what's the deal with the quota?
What happens if you don't get the stuff?
Yeah.
It wasn't entirely made clear, but either your sentence won't be commuted and then you'll be killed, or, maybe they'll give you another year to do it. It's hard to say.
I was thinking we'd probably get killed, which makes sense.
But it's like, what if we just because if it's if it's a month, if it's monthly, right? What if we just a little short 1 month? Can we make it up the next month? Or what's the deal? Do we need to keep an icebox of flowers just in case?
No, it doesn't matter when you get them. That's just a simple way of doing it. You just have to get the 15 dozen over the year.
And do I know enough about these flowers to know that if we got a bunch in advance, would they just stay fresh enough to be of use?
Yeah, they should be all right. I mean, within reason. You might have to dry them or preserve them or something if you're going to keep them for months. But they'll last a few weeks anyways, at least.
Were we given any instructions on that? At the point as to what condition the flowers needed to be in to be acceptable?
No.
Could they be dried or no?
Yeah.
Questions I wish I had asked. Sitting here, leaky something late at night in the woods.
Well, it's kind of their fault for not clarifying.
Oris would know that they're often preserved through drying.
Well, until we find some, it won't be an issue.
So using your meager supplies, you gathered some things over the first few days that you've been here. You managed to sharpen a bunch of sticks into -1 poor quality spears. You managed to gather some hides, a couple of interestingly shaped rocks. Seems to me that Reed made himself a huge club out of like a stick and an enormous rock.
Yeah, it was kind of like a makeshift sledgehammer kind of deal.
Yeah. Let's see. Right. You decided to pretty much immediately leave the location they picked for you to camp in and explore the area, upon which you found a stream not terribly far away and broke a trail down to it. A poorly marked trail, but a trail nonetheless from the old campsite, and set up your new campsite at the stream. So then you would have water. And that was nice. And you've built a temporary kind of lean-to shelter down there. And Reed is working on gathering an enormous amount of small poles to make kind of a, I hesitate to say log cabin, more of a pole palisade outlined house.
Yeah, it's more of a like a Stone Age, log hut, circle of poles, and then we'll put the nice grass or branchy roof on it.
So that's coming along. You managed to do some hunting, acquired some different things. We had like some squirrels, some marmot, a turkey. It's been a variety of things. Razius's cooking has been a source of some morale, as he manages to cook this food, making it taste much better than the awful gruel that you've been served up until this point for the trip and in jail.
Squirrel tartare and such.
Yep. Oh, you gathered a whole bunch of firewood, so you've got a bunch of firewood. And then tragedy struck, and you were attacked by a wildcat in the middle of the night. The group of you were able to dispatch it, but not before it gravely wounded Oris's leg, damaging his femoral nerve and causing him shock and bleeding. However, medical treatment was swift and very successful. Excellent rolls, so the bleeding was stopped, the shock was handled, and the area was disinfected enough. And it looks like, just given the passage of time, it will eventually heal.
-1 to everything I used that leg for like a really long time, apparently.
Only a couple months.
3 weeks until it goes to superficial, which then you won't have the penalty, but there'll still be a wound that's noticeable. And then 2 more weeks to be fully healed.
I guess I was thinking of like real life time, not game time.
Like a few years by the time we get that far at this rate, but hopefully we'll pick up some speed. All right. And you managed to ride out the day. There was some more gathering, some rope making. You found potatoes. Oris found 20 potatoes and you planted them. So in time, you'll have a potato field. That's about it. I think we just left off that night. That was the night after the wildcat attack. Oh, no, sorry. The one other thing that you did that was potentially important was climbed a tree, looked around, saw the canopy of the forest, saw an area to the southwest that looked more corrupted. It looked kind of darker and creepier, which might be a sign that there's heavier magics and maybe pixie tears down there. So far, you haven't found any.
How hard, like...
Not hundreds of miles. We're talking...
Dozens.
Yeah, about like a day and a half at normal speeds.
Pretty far if we think
Which is 20 clicks, I guess.
Knowing the pixie tears grow where there's more corruption, gotta at least be close to where you can see it from on top of the tree.
Yeah, it might be a little closer than that, actually. I don't know that you would have been able to see it that far away. Visibility.
Also depends on the path we have to take as well.
Visibility, you can only see like 10 kilometers from the top of a tree. Interesting.
Mine was the biggest tree, and it was on a hill, and also I had a telescope.
Well, you don't want to make it farther, so don't say stuff like that.
Oh yeah, never mind. Actually, Razius is a notoriously bad eyesight. Squinter wasn't really a tree so much as he just kind of stepped up on a stump.
Like a tall one, but,
We're actually probably standing in the corruption.
I'll say it's about 20 kilometers away, we'll say, which is a half day's travel. Just probably further than you should be able to see, but that's what it is today. Anything else we need to cover?
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
All right, so then I shall set the scene again. So you wake up the following morning with a night of no trouble. It is September 28th. It's Aways, the festival of Owesian, the goddess of water, today. And to celebrate that, it has begun to rain. Looks like it might be a wet one. Otherwise, you are here. You have, I think, about a day's food, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, free to do whatever you would like to do.
Great, Horus. It seems like we've settled into your second season here. Instead of just merely threatening rain, it actually is raining on us.
Don't worry, it'll be back to threatening terrain before you know it. Again.
Lovely. I can hardly wait.
Should we do the same thing today, guys, or are we thinking about doing something different? Maybe trying to find one of those flowers might be a good idea.
I think some exploration is merited for sure. What's our food stocks looking like at the moment?
Well, there's plenty of wildcat left over. I think we have some boar. It wasn't very big.
Yeah, we've smoked quite a bit, and I think we kept some of the potatoes aside, did we not? Or did we plant all of them?
Got you having planted all of them. But
Okay.
I think
That makes sense.
the meats were piling up, so I think you have about a day's food. You also were given like a day's rations at the very beginning that you haven't eaten.
Okay. We definitely have enough to take a day off just to explore, if that's what we're thinking.
Yeah, I think it's about time we venture out a little bit further.
Reed, you're not going to eat 2 days worth of food in one sitting, are you? I know you're capable.
Do you mean if I'm left here alone with the food, or do you mean if I come with you and exert myself?
I figure you'll be coming with us, as, you know, might run into something that I'd want you to club over the head with your club.
Don't get the wrong idea about the club. This is really more of a utility club than it is a club of violence.
Your utility all over that wildcat the other night.
I barely remember it myself. It feels like it was months ago.
I thought Reed stayed in bed for that whole thing.
No, he was up for a few minutes there.
Okay.
He just immediately went to bed afterwards while we were chatting.
Right, okay.
I think didn't I put myself around someone who was wounded to prevent him from going into shock while I slept out of my bed sleep.
Makes sense. I had the grievous wound.
So a medical spoon.
What if we explored towards the corruption in search of the flowers, but took our time and hunted along the way so as not to even endanger running low on food?
I think that's a really wise decision. I agree.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Because I also...
It means we'll be sleeping in the elements, as it'll take twice the time, but that's fine. This is a little better.
I have some rudimentary knowledge of these flowers we're collecting, and I believe they're just as good dried, so the more we can find, the faster the better. We don't need to wait and go back and collect the rest of our quarry later if we can find them sooner.
That's fair.
All right, so wondering about the food we leave behind here, though. Maybe an animal will get at it.
Oh, we can take all the food. That's not that much.
No? Okay.
We'll have a couple days for
That boar is definitely going to attract something. We best take it along anyway.
Indeed, if this was Dungeons and Dragons, our inventory would basically be empty.
Even in this game, your inventory is basically empty. You have a camp inventory with like 90 poles and a field of potatoes.
I'm not much of a hunter, and I don't feel like my presence would be an asset for your hunting endeavors. So if we want to head out and you guys, I'll sort of lag, a few hundred yards behind, then I'll set up a trap line behind us between the camp and where we're headed. That way we can check them on the way back, and I won't scare away the game when you guys are trying to hunt. But if you get attacked by a wildcat or anything, just scream horribly, and I will endeavor to catch up.
All right. So should we head out? Is it time?
All right. Let's give it a try.
Good a time as any, I suppose. So, sorry, are we bringing Reed along, or is he staying behind, or what was the plan there?
He's going to come, but he's going to sort of lag behind a couple hundred meters so as not to scare away the game that they're trying to hunt. And he's going to set set up a trap line behind us so we can check them on the way back to the camp.
All right, sounds good.
Try to catch some food.
So you spend your first watch traveling. You're traveling southwest towards the more corrupted area. Is that the plan?
Yes. And does the stream run towards it?
For a little bit, it does.
All right, well, we should follow the stream as long as we can, because then we don't have to worry at all about trail marking until we break off from it.
A survival check and see if you like.
No.
Nah, actually, that's not the kind of thing you can screw up. I think there are fish in the stream. They're small, though. They're like finger-sized.
Minnows.
Just having a D&D moment there. I'm like, roll for everything. I pick up my axe. Roll.
I look in the water and see what's down there.
You can't see. It's water.
All right, let me get my eye over to see if I see a larger fish, anything that might give me a suggestion that it might be worth trying to, like, build a weir or something to catch fish on this river.
All right. You keep an eye out as you're traveling, and you're breaking a trail a bit and setting up traps.
Yeah, maybe that's a lot. I'm probably going to fall pretty far behind. I'm not breaking the trail. They are, because I'm lagging behind them.
That's true. That's true. All right. You can sort of keep an eye on the river while you set traps every so often. That's fine. So let's try that. I guess we'll see what happens on the trip. So we need to make a roll for setting those traps. And I'm trying to remember what that roll was. I would have probably said survival, but I feel like you convinced me it was like wood crafting or something.
Yeah, that's right. I used my woodcrafting skill.
Yeah.
I can't seem to get my character sheet open here. Oh, right. So if I don't have the skill, I have to roll what's the base? Is it D4?
It's a D4, yeah, times whatever the appropriate stat is.
Oh, right. Sorry, it was an Excel sheet. I was looking it up and like, where's my character sheet? And I was like, no, wait.
It's on the drive.
Yes, on the drive. All right, here we go. So yes, that was my crafting. Wood. So D6. So I get an extra die because it's my specialty, right? Dexterity tells me how many, which is 3. All right.
All right,
Yes.
3d6.
It's just whatever the number is, right? I'm not.
Yeah.
Right, it's easier on the character creator screen. Yes. 3d6, so 46.
Yes, or 3d8 or 2d10, or you could scale it if
All
you
right.
want.
And what is the difficulty, or do I know, or?
Right. I have not told you that, but I should. The difficulty is tricky. Trying to remember what that is. One quick reference here. Attribute checks, scaling, difficulty values. Tricky is a 4.
Okay, so I have 4d6. Yeah, let's do 46, I guess. 6, keep 1.
All right, that is a +2. That's a normal success. So you managed to lay out another 4 traps along the way as you travel.
Excellent. My miscellaneous animal traps made of wood. A wooden box, wooden stick holding it up. All right.
And the rest of you guys are traveling in a group. What are you trying to accomplish on your way, if anything?
A bit of sneaking. Probably.
Yeah. Keeping our eye out for game, trying to be quiet.
That probably is making us way slower, so
Right.
I think, yeah, we're still trying to sneak a bit, though.
Yeah, definitely. Try and see what we scare up.
All right. So this is a team effort, which means we average the rolls. So I guess we got to figure out what your 3 survival rolls are and then average them out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have survival, but I have cunning, right?
I do have stealth and then stalking and concealment as specialties.
All right. I'll accept that. We'll say that's what you're contributing to the group.
Okay.
So we'll do that as a separate roll.
Untrained is a D4, right, Cody?
Yeah.
So I've got 3D4 for survival.
And Katrin?
I've got 2.
Oh, okay. We'll just round that up and say 3d4 still. So let's get the stealth roll there from Horace. We'll say it's probably tricky again, so 4.
I might not remember how to do this right away.
That's fine.
Nope, that's a 10.
4d10s. Damn. All right. That's +6 is an exceptional success. So
Specialties.
there you go. Under the guidance of Horus, you move through the woods like a ghost, a pack of ghosts.
Watch out, there's a dry stick.
All right, who wants to roll the other one there?
Mike does.
All right, give me the roll. Was it 3d4? Yeah. Or 2d6?
Risk it all in 1d8.
1d8? This is going to be like...
And roll again. Roll.
You're going to find something. The question is, how good or bad will it be?
Why isn't it not working? Why is it not working? So it's /roll
Space 3D.
Oh, space.
Yeah, /roll space 3d4 K1. You missed the K. All right, that's all right.
No.
So for
I did too. What's the K?
the
It'll
K1,
just show the best result from those dice.
yeah, see, because you've got it added yours up to like a 7, but if you look up a few, you see that when Reed rolled, it's got 5, 2, 6, 2, and the roll in the end is a 6. So,
Okay.
yes, fancy. Which is exactly the same mechanic in Quest Portal.
You type that exact sentence in Quest Portal.
Instead of K1, it's KH for keep highest, but yeah.
An extra letter? Oh my god, we can't switch.
Not an extra letter, it's just a different character.
It's even closer.
You move very quietly through the woods, stealthily, but there's just not a lot of good game that you're able to find. You do manage to find and hunt a couple of smaller things, though. Spear them, so let's see. Smaller creatures. We'll say a smallish game bird, and what do you call those little things? They're like
Quail.
birdish hens. Yeah, oh, quail works, sure. We'll say you get yourselves 2 quail and 3 squirrel. A treasure trove of tiny animals. And then towards the end of your trek, you see the woods is starting to change character slightly, which won't be reflected in the backdrop because I didn't think of it. But the trees are more gnarled, the canopy is thicker, it's darker. You've got darker green colors instead of the bright lights, and everything is covered in sort of a heavier moss, which probably means you're in the more corrupted area. And that's your first half day, so you can keep walking, or you can explore it, or turn back, whatever you like. I'm assuming you're gonna like search the area, but I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe not.
It doesn't look that corrupted to me. It kind of just looks like a different kind of forest. Like, these aren't magic trees. They're just kind of like gnarly and there's moss. Like, I was expecting like blackberry bushes with poison berries that are black. I don't know what I was expecting, but this kind of just looks like a different forest. Should we just keep on going? I mean, there's no flowers yet.
I mean, that's what we have to find eventually. I'm fine to press on.
Yeah.
I assume one of you will die long before I do, so that'll be my signal to
Although-
turn back.
Before we move on, we should one of you little fellas should climb a tree and just see like what it looks like from up there now. See if it like it does the corruption continues to like intensify in this direction, or if we're past the center of it, or what.
Excellent thought, Reed. I'd do it, but I've got the leg.
How convenient.
It really isn't. I can give someone a boost, but Reed can give them a much better boost.
Fair.
It's Razius.
I would with dinner here for a sec. Sure, but
Do you want to decide it with a game of rock leather shears?
Unless Katrin wants to do it. Does Katrin want to do it? How good a climber are you? It's athletics.
We've lost you there, Mike.
Okay, it looks like it's Razius.
yeah. Razius is. I actually have climbing as one of my athletic specialties.
I've been
so
saying this
I
whole
don't-
time I can do it, no problem.
He's back.
But my mic stopped working, so.
Apparently it's a Razius specialty, so have
Okay.
at her.
I mean, we could both do it. Multiple
I've
multiple
also
heads.
brought some rope.
How's this specialty work again, Cody? Have that as my specialty for athletics.
You get 1 extra die.
That's crazy. Okay, what's my check?
So climbing, which is athletics, 4 tricky.
What's the highest I can go?
Yep. Good lord. All right. Razius flies up the tree with grace. I don't know, how would Razius climb the tree in an impressive way? Is he like Legolas it, just kind of jumping between the branches? Or...
Yeah, pretty much. He's a huge showboater, so he'd be like Tarzaning it, doing like the calisthenics, like hooking his legs, his like knees on the branches, and like swinging himself up.
All right, so you get to the top, and you can see that this sort of more corrupted area is a larger patch. It seems to be getting more dense and corrupt as it travels west. So if you want to go to the heart of it, you want to go straight west. And it travels out of your sight, out of your 10, 15 kilometer sight. So at least a half day further into the corruption.
Okay, I'll come down the tree and say exactly that.
So west then?
Seems that way. I certainly wouldn't recommend east. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, if you go east, you'll get back to the river eventually.
All right. Maybe at this point, Reed, you should stick with us. I think there's a reason they only send convicts out to get these things.
Because it's an amazing journey that bonds us together and fills our hearts with righteous love for our fellow men.
And the Empire, yes.
Right.
Let's get going.
All right, you all gonna travel together now? All right, are we stealthing again?
I think maybe at this point we're not. We're more, I think, looking out for whatever the hell is, going to come out of the corruption because we've been told our whole lives not to go near it.
That's fair.
Maybe we should be making loud noises. Maybe the corruption is more scared of us than we are of it,
I've heard that.
You might be onto something, but just in case you're not, on the outside chance that maybe we're the ones that should be afraid, why don't we just make regular noise and keep an eye out?
I've heard that the corruption is just misunderstood.
It's really just bad marketing.
I was about to say Jesus Christ, but I realized that reference doesn't work in this reality. Whatever the equivalent is.
That'd be the saint or whatever, wouldn't it? Wasn't there some saint lady who was like the savior?
Oh, yeah, that would work. Yeah. Shoot, what's her name? Anise Bell. Yeah, something like that. Annalisa Bell.
Annalisa Bell.
Wow, you can't just say that in vain. That's very disrespectful.
Sorry, just the first thing that popped out of my... Anyway.
I'm teasing. Do you think I would ever be allowed within 50 feet of a church?
I'd hope so. Aren't they supposed to be pretty forgiving?
Huh. You've never visited my city, have you?
No, I haven't. Sounds delightful.
The weather's better.
What with the calling of murder timesies and sunny weather and very dangerous churches?
Not much dangerous, just very political.
Oh, all right. Not so different.
All right, so your search for Pixie Tears is a severe challenge, which is an 8.
Bullshit. And what category is it? Survival?
You can try and convince me of something else, but I would think survival or survival. No, I don't know. Botany, pure sight.
What about sight?
Yeah, just sight would work. It's
I've
like
got a 3 in that.
would be 3d8. Yeah,
I can just barely make 1d8 out of like herb lore.
What about melee?
I don't think so.
Pocket. What if it's in like a pocket and I can find stuff in pockets?
No, I think sight makes sense. Either you're just using your eyes and senses to try and find them, or survival because you know something about where things grow and how you might locate it.
Should I do the K1 thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys certain you want to choose me to do this? 3d8.
I have 1d8, so
Okay. I will see with my eyes.
I think me helping you would worsen our chances.
That's not good.
Ooh.
I don't see.
Success and failure tables. Results. There we go. -3. Normal failure. That's not too bad. All right. You don't locate any, but you do spend a lot of time looking. However, just give me a d6 to see what else might come up. Whoever's the fastest draw.
Cody, you're freaking out.
Breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
The Matrix has him.
What the hell?
Still breaking up.
He's caught between the planes.
What?
The digital
What
and the
is
physical.
going
Losing
on?
him.
No.
I think you're
Back.
Am I back?
Yes.
All right. Weird. Some sort of internet storm, I guess. All right. Yeah, so what I was saying was it was a normal failure, so you don't locate any. You do spend a lot of time looking and checking things, but somebody give me a d6 and see what else you might discover that you didn't really intend to. 2. All right.
Can't remember if a 6 is bad or a 1 is bad.
Yeah, it changes from time to time. So, yes, you discover as you're going along, and we'll have Katrin discover it since he was the one looking most closely. You see something brightly colored and go close in to look at it. And when you do, you slip a little and stumble into a thorny bush and get spiked. And it sends up a big poof of spores.
See, that's what I was thinking was going to be in the corruption. Yeah.
Watch out for the giant Venus flytraps.
Like comfy chairs.
So
Sorry, you're breaking up a little there, Cody. But he fell into thorns, and then a poof of spores happened.
yes, he fell into thorns, and then it set off a poof of spores. So Katrin suffers a superficial scratch wound to a D8 location, I guess. You know, roll a D8, see where you get scratched.
No.
A 6.
My eyes.
I think that's a leg. I don't have my manual open. There's my little stick man. We gotta play this more than once every couple of months so I can remember these things. That's in the gut. You get scratched in the abdomen.
And they opened up. Ouch.
What the hell was that?
He's gonna step back and I'm not breathing in those spores.
He's right. Hold your breath, Katran. Hold your breath. I hold my breath and go in to pull him out of there in case he's stuck.
All right, you help him back out. It is slowly settling.
You okay, man?
I think so.
Trying to get away from them spores before I breathe again.
What was the, was it a grievous?
No, superficial, which gives you no penalty. But it'll take 2 weeks to heal.
These aren't Sleeping Beauty thorns. They're Lion King thorns.
So I shouldn't scream in pain.
It might be a bit
Yeah,
much,
scale.
but you know, you do you.
How dramatic you are.
Unless you're frail. Are you frail?
No. I
Okay.
think so.
Somebody is.
What's wrong with being frail?
You risk getting stunned on a superficial wound.
I'm frail.
Yeah, a lot of good people in history were frail.
Yeah, I'm frail too. And again, nobody thought to take healing magic.
Nah. Healing skills. I think we got a couple of surgeons. The magic is rare.
Long rave, of course, I forgot.
All right, but it doesn't seem to have any other immediate effects. You have now spent your 2 half days walking, so it's now evening. So when you would normally be kind of getting ready to rest for the night.
How's the weather looking?
It's been a steady drizzle all day long. Everybody is soaked, really getting a few blisters.
Well, let's set up camp under one of these great big gnarly trees. Cook up these 5 tiny animals.
Is that the plan? All right, takes a little bit of work to get a fire started, but you're able to do so. You do have flint and steel, so. And push come to shove magic, but I don't think that's going to get revealed yet.
And if we have flint and steel, why would we go throwing magic around?
Exactly.
Very wise.
Yeah, so you managed to make a fire, set up camp, such as it is, which really you don't have any camp supplies or anything, so I guess just kind of make a little lean-to again. Cook up the food, have dinner, and just gonna get into our rest and watches.
Yeah.
I will watch first.
Who's first?
I will watch first.
All right. Yeah, give me a D6.
A 6.
A 6.
That's good, right?
You find yourself feeling a little lightheaded and dizzy as the watch goes on. It kind of sneaks up on you, so it's not immediately obvious, but you know, you're poking the fire, getting a little mesmerized by the fire, and at some point you stand up and realize you're a little off balance, like you've been drinking, and then you get up from the table and you're like, oh shit, I'm drunk. That kind of feeling.
I'm drunk.
Everything has a little bit of an aura around it. It looks like it's just glowing slightly.
And how long has it been?
It's about 3/4 of the way through your 2 hours.
Quarter of the way, so it's only been like half an hour.
No, like 3/4, so it's been like an hour and a half.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to Razia's, or try to, and kind of say, hey, I'm kind of having a bit of an issue here. I feel actually kind of drunk. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if you want to wake up and take over.
What do you mean, kind of drunk?
I think this mushroom's messing me up. Or whatever touched me back there, maybe.
Did you inhale the spores?
Could have possibly, but they're probably in my skin as well, right?
Interesting. I'm gonna do a quick medical check on him.
All right. You trying to diagnose the problem, I guess?
I am trying to diagnose the problem, since Katrin has not told me he is cut. That'll just be healing, right?
Yeah. Say, I don't know.
I don't think either of my specialties work here, so that's fine.
Call it hard 6.
Okay.
Nice. 8. Regular success. All right. You surmise that he has suffered some kind of poisoning, which is causing him to lose his control of his senses. You have a feeling that either it'll blow over and be fine, or maybe it'll progress into like paralysis and death, or something in between.
Something is definitely affecting you. Not to sound too forward, but strip for me. Don't get excited. So help me if Reed and Oris wake up to this. You barely have a reputation, but me, think of the scandal. Even with a choice of only 3, I can do better.
I guess I had to take off my shirt.
Do I identify the cut?
Yeah, you identify that he's been scratched up by the thorns. That might have been the vector of entry, or it could have been the spores.
Right. See this right here? You should have mentioned this. That does not look good.
It's just a scratch.
Right. And now you're poisoned. If we would have acted fast, I could have had Reed suck the venom out or whatever, and it would have all worked out. Now it's inside of you. Here, give me your water skin.
I ended up.
I'm going to wash the wound and attempt to help reduce whatever effects he might be going through.
All right. Give me a treatment roll. Again,
That's
we'll
just a healing again?
Yeah, it's healing. Hard again. So 8. Or I guess that's more than hard, but still, 8.
8. Yeah, I'm going to bump it up then.
Treat the poison with no equipment, no knowledge of the poison.
Razia is very talented. You think he's this cocky just because? Like, clearly it's based in something.
I mean, yes, but... Sorry, was that the roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, an 8. A marginal success. All right, you wash and clean, bandage the wounds, and get him some water, and, keep him warm and such. And he seems to be about the same. It doesn't seem to be worsening.
Oh, there we are, Ketchum. All right, tell you what. I'll make sure the rest of your shift gets covered. Why don't you get some rest? That'll do a lot for you.
All right.
I'll tuck him in, and then I'm going to go over to Oris.
Yeah.
Oris.
Yes.
Oris, you have to wake up.
Yes.
Ketchum can't finish off his shift, and it's obviously you next, so you're going to inherit the last half hour of his as well.
All right. Wait, what? Why can't he finish his shift?
He was poisoned. Didn't want to tell anyone, of course. Apparently that spore shooter managed to actually inflict a wound right in the stomach area, too.
Gods help us. Well, nothing for it, I suppose.
Nope,
I'll go.
not at all. Perfect. I will go to sleep then. Good night.
I head over to the fire and poke at it.
All right.
You poke at my wound?
No.
You don't want to disturb the eggs.
Just take turns poking at it.
It's my turn.
All right. Give me the old...
Right.
Excellent. All right. All right. In the darkness, the rain grows heavier and your fire sputters and struggles to stay up, but you do manage to keep it going. However, your ability to see any distance has been severely limited, and you don't notice that anything is amiss until you see something wrapping around 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of you. Give me a D. Read. So you see some movement, and then you look closer and you realize a large rope-like creature, probably a snake, is wrapping itself around Reed.
So there's a snake that's literally already around Reed.
Yeah, it's kind of like gone up over his legs, and now it's like making its way down around the bottom of him. It's pretty long and pretty thick. It's about, a fist thick and at least 6 feet long.
Right. Well, since it's raining so hard, I try to take a longer and very, very flamey log off the fire, and I'm going to try and just sort of intimidate the snake off by poking the fire log at its head without touching Reed.
All right. Make an intimidation. It's dominate, I believe. It's a demon.
Jeez, that's not very good.
You could try to persuade the snake with spirit. No, I'm just kidding.
Am I even going to get it on a d6?
Oh, yeah, it's possible. This will be like a 6.
Is that better odds for 1d8 or 2d6? I'll just do 2d6. Nope.
Nope.
I didn't do the K1, but doesn't matter.
That's fine. We can see what happened there. That's a -4. It's exceptional failure. All right. So you attempt to intimidate the snake, and you do startle it, and it freaks out and bites Reed, which will wake him up.
Well, dropping this log and fighting the snake, I guess.
Let's see where Reed gets bit. It's bit in the 8.
He gets bit in the snake.
I have a feeling that might be the head. Let's see. It's a nice snake bite to the face.
Jesus.
Sorry, how big did you say the snake was? You kind of broke up a little. 6 feet long and how thick?
Fist thick. So
Fist thick, awesome.
I don't know, like 3 inches across, maybe. That's why I'm in the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. And this is the right one. Okay, 8. Yes, unfortunately, 8 is the head. So let's take our trauma hit, I guess. Just see what we got. There should be a piercing table, I would think. Arm, head, 7. Although I guess it doesn't immediately matter, does it? It doesn't. So you take Reed takes a nasty wound to the face, wakes up. Is he tough, or is he just normal toughness?
I think he is normal. Let me see here. Normal, yeah.
All right, so you are stunned for the round, -1. Also because you're waking up probably from the worst possible solution. And what about Oris? What's Oris going to try and do here?
Well, I think trying to take this on myself was a mistake. So, just in case things continue to go badly, Oris is going to, deceptively calmly, he'll yell, "Annalisa Bell is a snake in the cap," and I'll just fly at it with my dagger and try to sort of grab it away and stab it.
All right. So so make your attack roll, which will be against its defense roll here. It's a 6 to dodge.
Okay, I can do. Does this use my leg?
I'll say no.
Not really. I mean,
not a lot. It's not leg centric kind of work.
Good.
Oh, Jesus. Annalisa Bell, that's a lot of dice. That's a marginal failure, which I guess just means you miss.
Do I get a hold of the snake, maybe? So I can maybe, should that have been another roll where I tried to grab it too?
Sure, why not? Let's give you a chance to grab it as well. Or no,
Okay,
that makes sense. How about that? How about you grab a hold of it, but you don't manage to stab it? And you now have an unruly snake in one hand.
Okay.
And the snake will, in turn, try and bite you. Because what else is it going to do? Panicked by being grabbed, it lashes out.
Okay.
You can dodge or parry or, not defend, but that would be stupid.
I've got dodge. Come on, not shit. Yay!
All right. You successfully dodge. It kind of goes out your face. You just kind of duck out of the way of it. Reed is probably able to do something now.
Mikey!
All right, is it still wrapped partly around me, or is it sort of on me, or?
I feel like the bottom of it is on you. It's just kind of laying across your legs. And yeah, now he has it in one hand and is dodging it and trying to stab it.
He says, "They're going to make a meal." He grabs the snake from his legs and bites it back.
Did you say you grab it with your legs and bite it back? I guess that's an attack.
I figured that's unarmed, eh? All right, so.
All right, it is out of defense, so it can't escape. So I guess it doesn't matter. It will inflict what kind of wound? What's your unarmed attack wound?
It is.
Probably nasty, but.
Nasty, yes.
All right, you inflict a nasty wound back on the snake. I feel like it's just going to be on the length of it. So I don't think we need to roll for the location. Right. So the others will wake up this round, but we'll go into the next round again. But,
All right. Well, I'm going to try and stab it again.
There's logic to that.
Big ass snake.
So, yeah, I'm going to try and stab it, and then if I get purchased, stab it by my hand, and then, do one of these to, just sever whatever's in there by my hand.
All right. We just doing a standard attack here.
Well, does it count as aimed if I'm trying to, get it by my hand?
I don't really feel like it matters. It's aimed if you want to hit it in the head. It's a snake, so you can, hit it in the head or elsewhere.
Okay, I'm just going to do the thing where I try to stab it next to my hand, because that seems to be the most intuitively realistic. Just feel like I'm going to stab Reed if I go through its head.
Yeah, you're kind of your biggest choice here is, do you want to do a heavier wound at the cost of 1d per wound level? That's kind of probably your real choice.
You know what? I do. Let's upgrade that by 1.
Right.
Like I said, the extra damaging technique account for that, I think.
So, deadly, I think is what it's called. Nice. All right. And what kind of wound were you supposed to be inflicting with the dagger? Probably a nasty.
Yes.
So that'll bump it up to grievous. So the snake now has a grievous wound in it.
Nice.
And that should make it the snake's turn, I think. And the snake is going to attempt to break free, but it's dodged. So it does have movement, but it's at a -2 penalty. So let's see. I'm assuming you're going to try and hold on to it, though.
We're both holding it.
Yeah, all right.
How slippery and tough is it, though?
Not very. So anybody who's holding on to it, make, I guess, athletics to hold on to it. It was slippery earlier and tougher before you started stabbing it and biting it.
Athletics, is that dexterity or is it strength?
I think it's dexterity. I'm
Agility.
happy to use strength if you want.
Okay.
I got it.
Horse has got it. Reed.
Sorry. Sorry. What die do you use? It's just like, sorry, if I don't have that skill, then it's a D4, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
That's all good.
That's not a good skill.
All right. It does break free from Reed. The tail lashes around and it breaks free from Reed, but Oris still has it up nearish the head. So it's not going anywhere. And Reed's turn.
I guess I imagine I probably have my club near hand here, right?
Probably, yeah.
Imagine I'm sleeping with it. So I will pick it up and I'll see if I can't smash this snake.
All right. If you don't intend to do anything else this round, that will work. Or you can take a 1d penalty to draw your weapon and attack in one round.
No, I don't intend to do anything else this round, so I will just do that. What's that?
That is violent. All right. Oris already stabbed at it and it dodged, and yeah, so it's out of actions. So yeah, he hits it. What kind of wound do you inflict with a huge club?
Brim.
All right. You smash it and just crush it, and it twitches, and but it's in its death throes now. The others are able to act, but the snake threat seems to have been subdued. So you just move out of combat time unless Oris wants to valiantly attempt to stab the dying snake or something.
Well, if it's not dead yet, I'll try to stab it again, yeah.
Sure. You successfully stab it again, put it out of its misery.
All right. Good stuff. Razius, got a challenge for you.
I'm assuming I'm still.
No, you woke up to the shouting, and you were about to be able to, do something. You got your wits about you just in time to see a snake get crushed and then stabbed.
Did I wake up too?
Yes. Yeah. Same
Or am
deal.
I still drunk?
Oh, you're still drunk, but you are awake. You're at -2 to do anything.
Good.
Issue.
It'll be cooking this snake. Since I'm already up, I'll clean it. You can go back to bed.
Perfect.
Wait, Reed got bit.
Yes.
Razius,
horrible.
you're good with that sort of thing, right?
I mean, as long as I'm told ahead of time like this, yes. Come to me, Reed.
Give me a D.
He says, well, why don't you just come over here?
Give me a D10, Cody.
Yeah, somebody needs to roll a D10. May as well be you.
Okay.
Determine the nature of the injury.
We haven't actually determined who's walking over to who yet.
Hi.
I'm just shaking my head and going to clean this snake by the fire.
All right.
They're kind of just eyeballing each other prison style right now.
Okay. What did I say? Oh, it's nasty. So, all right. It has pierced the throat, leaving the victim gasping painfully for air as a small stream trickles down from each breath.
Maybe you should go over to him, Razius.
Well, you can tell me that, can't you, Reed?
Windpipe is punctured and vocal cord damaged.
I don't think he can tell you that.
You've extremely underplayed the severity of the situation once more. Okay, I'll go over to Reed and I will attempt to mend him.
All right. Just looking up. These actually are here.
Now, I do have a specialty in my healing as speed mending, which I assume this might be a category of it, since it seems to be something I would need to patch up fairly fast before he,
Dies, yeah.
suffocates.
Yeah, that's fair. Casualty is difficulty breathing. Increases risk of going into shock. All right. Treatment. Tracheotomy. Breathing tube. Yeah, tracheotomy looks like it. On the upside, it's easy.
How easy?
A 2. Easy.
That
Or is
doesn't
that a
seem
4?
right for a tracheotomy, but
How hard could it be? Just make a hole in the throat. Another one. Although you don't really have any equipment or anything, so let's up that to hard. 6.
Yeah, you can borrow this knife if you need it.
I will.
Now is not the time for me to be possessive of this early then. The snake can probably wait.
So I got a 10 there, Cody.
All right, that's an exceptional success. So yeah,
Sorry about this, Reed, but trust me, this is the best case of a strange man coming at you with a knife. I will be stabbing your throat, though. That's unavoidable. Sorry about that. I used to do this for a living, not healing people, but stabbing people in the throat.
Wait, I thought you never killed anybody. So the truth comes out here.
I never claimed to have never killed anyone. I just never really was forthright with whether I had or not. Some of us, like Catherine.
About murder is, guys, the real thing.
So I feel like given that exceptional success, you will also be able to stop the bleeding and prevent the escalation of shock. So Reed is in a low level of shock for a while. The bleeding is quickly stopped, and he's able to breathe again. His voice has been damaged, though, so he sounds hoarse and has a bit of trouble yelling loudly.
There you go. Believe it or not, stabbing your throat may have saved your life. It was not going to be terribly fun to bleed into your lungs, but not sure I've ever experienced it either, so I don't know.
Thank you, I guess.
Don't mention it. Hey, I'll tell you what, you can make it up for me by letting Oris, since it's only fair that you should sleep.
Reed shrugs and rolls over and goes back to sleep.
Me and my wounded companions. Basically a walking triage at this point.
No more ones in the night, guys. It's not going to go well, especially in the dangerous areas. All right. Back to the watch, I guess.
I'll just finish my watch. I'll clean the snake.
Nice.
When I'm done, I'll stay an extra hour, and then I'll wake up Razius.
What? What is it?
You're on till dawn now, Razius.
God, you're a needy bunch tonight. How long until dawn? 3 hours?
Thereabouts.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
Why would I? Thank you again, Razius.
No problem.
I give him a pat on the shoulder and I head off to bed.
I'll sit my watch.
All right. Roll the oldies.
Hey.
A 3. A 3. The rain eases off a bit, but nothing else of interest happens, and it's still a steady rain by the time morning comes and the rest of you wake up.
So, Reed has a reed? A hollow piece of grass? It makes a bit of an interesting noise when he breathes.
Now when he tries to eat a squirrel whole, it has a chance to escape. 50-50 odds, I'd say.
That's disgusting. I guess that's not much on a squirrel.
I give Reed a side eye.
So, sorry, what kind of injury do I get from that, Cody? What is the deal? It
is a nasty wound to your throat, which is the practical impact of that is a -1 to basically everything, and your voice is kind of fucked up. You can do whatever you want with that, but it has now been fucked up.
So -1 to everything?
Yep, and I think it's 3 weeks, and 3 weeks will reduce to superficial, and then you won't have -1, and your voice will still be fucked up, though.
And how am I doing now that I'm awake? If I'm awake. Or am I dead?
No, you wake up. Yeah, you're starting to feel a bit better. Down to a -1. Still off your game, but it's getting better.
Alright. So shall we continue going, or?
Seems like a good idea. Why not, right?
It's a hole in my... Whatever, right, who cares?
Maybe we should start looking for the pixie tears
It's not
around
like there's a home where we can go to, really.
There's that palisade we started about a day ago.
Maybe we should take a look around while we're here.
All right.
You can, of course, theoretically go to the village, which may or may not be a good idea, right? But just so you know, it is an option as people continue to suffer grievous wounds here. Well, nasty wounds. There may come a time when you break down and go in search of the herbalist, you know.
But we're not allowed to go to the village, right? We're not supposed to.
Well, you were told not to. And the marshal did tell you that he was going to tell everyone they shouldn't deal with you because you're a bunch of murderous bastards. But, you know, he wouldn't be there, so whatever happens, happens.
Would somebody that recognized our faces be there?
Yeah, well, the guide, probably.
So if we manage to not see him...
I mean... Okay. It's a small village on the edge of the deep spooky wood in the middle of nowhere, so if you come out of the spooky wood, they're going to be like,
Yeah.
I really like that spooky wood where they dumped convicts.
all civilization is in the other direction. So
Let's circle around to the other side first. No, they would.
So I think they're convicts? No, I think they're mostly disguised as convicts.
so you still got about your day of food since you found some food yesterday.
Oh, we have this fairly large steak we can eat now.
Yeah, you got the snake now, yeah.
And we should cook that up before we do anything this morning. Let's not make any hasty decisions on an empty stomach, you guys. Someone's gotta eat this snake.
Anybody watching Delicious in Dungeon? Okay, yeah, you can cook up the snake. I'm assuming Oris will do the cooking. I mean, not Oris, Razius.
Sense.
While he's doing that, I mean, should we go out to hunt again? And you're actually pretty good at looking for these pixie tears. Maybe you should look for the pixie tears and I should go hunting. We should be back here.
All right, I will do that. Is my sight all messed up still? Or?
Bad. It's not too bad, but it's not great. So -1 dice, but you are getting into an area where they're more likely to be. So now it is only a 6 to find them.
So I would roll a 2d8 rather than a 3d8?
Yes. No, just a normal failure. A morning spent searching around, and you don't manage to find that. Give me a d6, see if you find something you didn't want to find. No, you didn't find anything of particular interest either way. And Oris is going hunting for the morning?
Can I use my stalking skill to -1 for leg damage?
Yeah, sure.
All right, 7.
A 7. All right. So here's your option. You can get 2 medium creatures that just get hunted up, or you can get 1 large creature, but it might be dangerous.
Sounds like more fun to have the large one.
It's on your definition of fun.
I'll go 2 medium ones.
All right, you hunt up a couple of medium ones. You find another wild turkey and a raccoon. The raccoon has 2 oddly colored eyes. It has a green and a blue eye, marking it as somehow cursed.
Does it?
Well, it's odd. We can assume that it's because you found it in the corrupted area and, it's been corrupted. So you probably shouldn't eat it, but,
Well, maybe it was just cursed, that, and that's why we caught it.
2 different colored eyes. I mean, if it had, extra rows of teeth or, a third eye, I'd be like, ooh. But
fair enough.
2 different colored eyes? That's, I can probably
say-
have a corruption.
Just maybe we just don't eat the head. Don't even just look at the eyes. Let's see what looks on the inside.
Yeah, if the brain is 2 different colors, maybe we'll leave that alone, too.
No, it's fine. It just has 2 different colored eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. But I'm recording those as kills. I didn't count the squirrels or quails.
Okay. It's too small.
Had to draw the line somewhere.
All right. What is Reed doing other than suffering this morning?
Reed is just going to sort of wander. He'll do a bit of a search in the opposite direction from in the opposite direction, looking for the flowers or possibly the tree. I suppose. Opposite direction from I'm sorry, I forgot the other guy's name. Catchin, yes. Sort of regular grid pattern. Very methodical.
Target 6.
And for what am I rolling here? It's
Survival or sight.
okay. And sight is
Be D8 times your sight.
so my sight is 1, and then -1, so none.
So a D6, I suppose, right? Scale
A
it down
D6,
to
okay.
2D6 and then drop 1.
Right.
Yeah. So if you
Right.
roll a 6, nope. All right, roll D6, see if you find something you don't want to find. Nah, you're all right. You have an unsuccessful hunt as well, which leaves Razius, I suppose. Although he was cooking and preparing the snake. So I guess that's the task. You just save the skin, have some snake skin.
Yeah, I will. I'll smoke it and try and prepare it as best I can.
Okay. And you all reconvene at your temporary camp around lunch.
Yeah.
A bunch of people empty-handed and Oris with his haul of animals.
2 medium animals, guys. Although this one's mostly fur and oddly colored eyes.
It's fairly
Well,
Well,
okay, never mind.
don't throw the eyes out.
Hey, you want them. I wasn't going to use them. We're going to have enough fur by winter to make coats, eh?
Building it up.
Be able to use.
The problem is that it's all rotting.
I thought we had I thought we tried to cure or try out some kind of game stuff at one point, but
We did, but it wasn't proper. It was just half-assed.
It was stretched and scraped and smoked, but we don't have any like tanning fluid or anything like that, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Wonder if we should sneak into the city for that kind of stuff, or the village. I could do some sneaking one of these days.
There's things in that village more dangerous than there are in these woods.
That's true.
Like women.
I was gonna say people, but sure, women.
I was gonna say weapons.
Yes, crossbows.
You gentlemen all know very boring women.
A woman with a crossbow is boring?
Not in my experience. Depends
I
on
don't
which
think
way
so.
she's pointing it. It's usually at me.
You have spicier tastes than me, my friend.
You only live once. Might as well do everything you can.
But if you only live once, why would you? Never mind. So how'd that snake cooking come along?
I don't know. Have a taste. And I'll offer a portion of snake.
Yeah, the snake is good.
It didn't look weird at all this time.
Yeah, it's just a large snake. I'll say it was
Reed, seeing as it got to take a chomp out of you, it's only fair that you should get a disproportionate amount of it to get vengeance.
Thank you. I gotta keep my strength up.
Just in case you need to utility something to death with your utility club.
It's got a million uses.
Or, well, that's a second thing. Is that all of our quarters for the night now? Oh, shall we push on? Keep exploring?
I think that sounds like a good idea. I'm not too wounded. I'm feeling pretty good.
Watch out for snakes with enormous fangs.
How about you, Reed? How are you doing?
If I'm gonna die, I might as well die. No more miles down that way.
Rassius looks between the little scratch on Ketchum's belly and the giant gaping wound in Reed's throat. You're basically the same amount of injured.
You see how I'm playing a tune out of this thing. Can I use it as a kazoo?
Ooh, wouldn't recommend it. Your
Alright.
singing voice is already getting pretty bad. I know that you never probably went to an academy, such as the one that I went to, but
Oh,
try not to
wait.
let things bite you in the throat in the future.
Reed is a craftsman.
Good to
Maybe if you found a sturdy bit of reed, you could carve like a flute thing, and then you put that in there.
Nope.
Like hold your nose. And,
Oh,
No?
disagree with this. All of it, can't recommend it. As the company cook and visit, I will veto that plan.
that's fair. Onward, men, to victory.
We're getting as close as we possibly can to speedrunning being murdered by...
Yes. Reed follows along, brings up the rear dejectedly.
Well, that is more or less what they intended when they left you here.
Yeah, we'll show them.
All right, so sorry. What are we doing? Are we heading further into the mess, or are we heading back, or somewhere else?
That's
Keep going.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't really look that bad yet. Just slightly more dangerous animals so far.
Another half day into the corruption. All right. You travel another half day along this route, and you doing anything along the way, sort of secondarily?
Keep an eye out for game and pixie tears.
All right.
Yep.
yeah. Bree's just gonna watch for the exteriors or for the signs of the tree.
Actually, Rassius will keep an eye out for danger.
Okay, so Razius is going to watch for danger. What do you other guys want to specialize in here?
I'm looking for the flowers.
Yeah,
Flowers.
same. I'll look for flowers as well.
I will look for game.
All right. Sounds like we have a game plan. All right, so each of you give me the necessary rolls.
I guess I can't be quiet, so this would be survival again.
Is that what they're coding?
Survival or sight?
My sight is awful. Survival.
And your survival is better?
Somehow.
What? Cunning?
It's cunning, yeah.
My sight is better than my survival
Nice.
by just a tiny bit. Still didn't roll it.
So if my survival, sorry, again, is 1, so I get 1d4, but I'm -1 right now. So go ahead.
So it's just a fail. Yeah. There's nowhere to go from 1d4 to 2d2. No, actually, I think you're always allowed to roll 1d4. I believe that's the minimum rule.
All right.
Get that roll, and then we'll adjudicate all these. All right. Well, Reed doesn't find any flowers. I think that much is obvious. Razius was watching for danger. We'll see. I'll come back to that in a sec. And then Oris was looking for game. He manages to hunt up another couple of squirrels. And Katrin was looking for the flowers again.
Yes.
And yeah, so Give me a d6 just to see what kind of danger might be lurking that Razius may or may not have seen.
Oh, for Razius.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything. It's fine.
Her.
But Katrin does manage to find some pixie tears. So you get a 7. So give me 2d20. You find 17.
What?
Pretty damn good.
Holy.
I eat them.
Could we at least taste one?
Should we try one and see what happens? See what these things are made of? We have 17 of them.
I have a small amount of knowledge of these plants. They're expensive, and they're used to build up magical power for those that are so inclined.
Do you want to have more knowledge of them?
Considering that our lives depend on it, I think we should save every single one that we can, and maybe even try to grow some. I mean, I'm not a farmer, but
Now, what if we all tasted one petal and see what happens of one flower? That would leave 16 left still, and 1 month is done.
Horus suspects from his knowledge that it's not going to do anything. You have to
Oh, yeah.
consume tea made out of concentrated ones regularly for a long period of time.
okay. I shake my head. No.
When I look at the flowers, can I discern any kind of seeds from them, or
Make a herbalism check, I suppose.
oof, I think I got one of those.
Farming or whatever you have that's relevant, which is probably nothing. But
It's like cunning, maybe, or wisdom.
You know?
So I want to hand the flowers over to Boris over here and ask him, are you able to see any seeds coming out of this thing, or?
Depends. Will these 6s do it?
it's possible. It's, it'll be a 6.
It's always death. I'm going to try 1d8 this time. I'll stretch the very limits of my... fine.
Guy, you don't know. Doesn't look like there's any seeds. Maybe it grows from a bulb or something. Maybe you can transplant it. Maybe it'll grow seeds later, but you picked it too soon. Who knows?
Okay.
Anyone want to check it out?
Oftentimes, in general, a flower will turn into the seed pod of
Yeah, I was just thinking if there are multiples on it, that we could maybe take one and throw the seeds into the ground. And then next time we come back here, there would be that many more. But
Mhm.
that raises a lot of questions now. But yeah, we have 17. What Katrin does is, I wonder how much cloth I kind of have. Or do I even have a bag? I guess I have rope. So what I do is I take some rope and I kind of tie up all the flowers together, and I tie it to my clothing so that it doesn't fall out.
All right. You tie the flowers securely to yourself so they won't accidentally just drop off.
Yeah, and I hang them so that they're drying kind of off of me. So upside down.
All right.
And that's my turn. Oh, do I find anything weird?
Nope. That was what you found.
Oh, is what I found. Okay.
And it's coming into evening again, so this is the time when you would normally set up camp. You can always, if you want, push further for another half day. It'll just, increase the chances of exhaustion is all. Or you can spend your night.
It was successful, so I think we should all kind of just relax.
Yeah.
We shouldn't push our limits, considering those limits are getting, closer and closer.
Yeah. Yep. We're trying to get them recovery numbers now.
50% of us have -1s already.
Only to things involving your leg or breathing.
I mean, I guess not everything. Fighting something I was holding in my hand didn't have a -1.
True.
It was that. So we're going to give Reed Watcher,
I don't think so.
It's fine. Don't you read? You don't want to be treated any differently just because of your freakish hole in your throat.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's probably worried about bleeding to death in his sleep anyway. He's not out of the woods in terms of drowning in his own blood, right? Every moment that he's asleep is another chance for him to die.
That's a really good point. So wake me up for last watch.
You're right, man. I better go to sleep. Everyone try not to be attacked in the night again or poisoned or whatever. You were very needy last night, and I need my beauty sleep.
All right, I go for the first watch.
All right. Well, noting the time, I think we'll probably call that a session. Progress has been made. We got back on the the horse here, so that's good. Found your first batch of Pixie Tears.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get together again next week.
I'll try and bring up the history earlier so I'm more prepared with my swearing.
I'll try and remember the tables a little bit better so we can move faster. And maybe get Quest Portal going. We'll see.
Dear Ariel, I hope we survive this.
All right.
Same.
Hey.
Okay.
See you next week.
Yeah.